Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto, and today we're looking at an auction purchase of a Nissan Skyline R32 4-door. This one here is the GTS-T Type M, has the 2-liter turbocharged engine, and has been modified for drifting. The car has a number of modifications, nothing super crazy, stock turbo in it, but the vehicle does look pretty insane and pretty crazy. And so let's take a look at the condition of this one. This one will be going to the USA. Okay, so first off, the RB20 engine seems to run really nicely. This car has 127,000 kilometers on it, and the engine is very eager. In fact, it has better response than the engine typically has, and so some slight modifications in order to up that were probably done. We're missing the center piece that goes over the coil packs. Yellow pipe there for the intercooler. Front mount intercooler here, right next to the gorgeous drift damaged bumper. And that's a cool thing, getting the drift damage on your bumper, because that's how people know that you're legit. Now this car will be going to the USA. It is kind of cool buying a car that was previously drifted in Japan by authentic Japanese drifters. To the right person, that's a cool thing. Okay, what else do we have for modifications? We have adjustable dampening and height on the suspension, and it's a very aggressive stance on this car, running the original Skyline wheels, but more on that later. Dinky little Japanese sized battery. Oil filter relocation kit that also has lines here for an oil cooler, but there's no oil cooler, there's just the lines going. And so I guess that does give it a little bit of cooling effect, but if you need more, then tap in an oil cooler into there. You have an oil catch tank here, K&N super big size air filter. Oh, it just hit my head on the corner. Oh, I hate doing that. Alright, so this one here is power steering, has a dirty sock on it. Blech. Tower bar, looks like the stock turbo in there as far as I can tell. It's really hard to see into there. This piping has been custom modified in this bottom corner here in order to fit that intercooler. And the car has a LSD in the back, one of those super grabby ones that are perfect for drifting, and also has a twin plate clutch. So let's go over the auction sheet before we go over the rest of the car. And I guess I'll close the hood here. This one is an R grade, and before I close the hood, let me just mention here that the accident was in the rear panel and rear floor dented. It looks like it's a very mild accident. Okay, close that GTS-T hood. And quick little secret video here. Notice how the hood is here. Compare that to the GTR there. That's one of the dead giveaways of which one that you have. Although some people do put the GTR hood onto the GTS-T. Okay, we'll go over the body in just a sec, but first off, let's go over the auction sheet. So 1991 Nissan Skyline sedan. So 4 doors. We're getting lots of requests for the 4 doors. Kind of cool. I actually prefer the 4 doors. Auction grade R, GTS-T Type M, 126, 621 kilometers. 5-speed is original. Aftermarket aero parts, front, side, and rear. Aftermarket bucket seat for the driver. Aftermarket adjustable suspension, intercooler, front and rear tower bars. Aftermarket air filter, aftermarket steering wheel, various aftermarket parts, so see in person for details. And so those various aftermarket parts, there are some gauges in the dashboard, the clutch and the LSD that I told you about. And a quick mention about the LSD. There are a few different types of LSDs, and most street cars come with kind of like a one that has clutches in it, and so it slips gradually. This one doesn't have that. This one has the either on or off style version of the LSD, and so while you're driving in the parking lot or just in regular around town, it does catch, and it catches your rear tires, and unless you're prepared for that or are used to it, then it might be a little bit feeling like your car is broken, even though it's not. It's just modified. Okay, so here's the report from the auction inspector, so the audio has been removed, various gauges added to the car, interior dirty and cigarette burn, engine oil leak. I didn't mention it, it's a mild leak on the valve cover gasket on this side, right at the end there, and it looks like you won't even have to repair that, it's so small. Okay, fender arches have been modified quite heavily in this car. They've been pulled right out, like a good that much maybe. Okay, wheel is scratched, center cap's missing, various scratches, dents, paint wave on the exterior, color change to dark green metallic, and that's something I'm going to mention in just a sec. Alright, underside scratches and dents, left front side member dented, Hicus lamp is on, probably has been removed. And then looking at the body here, we have cracks here, and it says cracks here in the fender. What they mean is like a paint crack because of some badly done body repair there. Front bumper AY2 and paint cracks, and so that's large cracks on the front bumper. You probably already saw that. Windshield rock chip. Side skirts have large scratches on both sides of them. Both lenses have cracks in them. Spare tires missing, and rear bumper is cracked. And so the body's not in the best of shape, but if you really read between the lines here, take a look, almost all of the damage is on the body kit of the vehicle. The only damage that's really on the car is the pulled fenders, and then almost no dents throughout the entire car. So the body's actually pretty good. Okay, so let's take a quick talk about the wheels. We have the GTR wheels, which are pretty aggressive wheel for the non-GTR because it doesn't have the flared fenders on this car. Furthermore, they put spacers into the front to bring them out even further. And I have driven the car, and it looks like some suspension arm work has been done to it because you can turn the car super tightly. Okay, the wheels are kind of damaged. The tires are quite highly stretched in order to get them to fit in there. And then there's some damage around here from the pulling of the fenders. So have a quick look. The tires come right out to the very edge as far as they can possibly go, and they don't grind anywhere. So I guess that's good. You can see the rear ones have been built out a little bit. They've had body filler added into them. Okay, so condition of the paint. I intentionally parked the car outside of the sun because you get this really bad contrast when the vehicle is in the sun, and it's hard to get a good report on them. But this car really needs to be sitting in the sun in order to appreciate the paint that's on there. It's a super high content metallic paint, and so it's very, very reflective, and it catches the light very nicely. That being said, the quality of the paint job wasn't very well done, and so there are multiple areas of pock marks, paint drips, and cracks in the paint. Looks like there's not enough like flex put into the paint. And yeah, it is kind of disappointing I won't be able to show exactly how sparkly it is. It is quite nice. It's like a forest green with a yellowish brown metallic pearl in it, and it just very, very eye-catching in the sun. Okay, too much glare there. Yuck. Okay, so damage to the front bumper here. You already saw that. Front bumpers can be repaired. You can't see the damage in the paint until you get up close. There's this. This is the worst I've actually seen one of those peeling. A very common problem to have these peeling, but this is the worst I've ever seen. You can see it comes right up there. You can kind of see the bad paint here if you go close. See that? Okay, but if you're not looking for the damage, it's not really that easy to spot. But if you are looking, it is really easy to spot, especially in the dark. Funny thing, when it gets light and it gets shiny, you can't see the paint quality because just that metallic jumps out at you so much. Okay, so door cards here. All 4 power windows, folding mirrors. Super quiet folding mirrors. They usually make a really noisy sound once they get old. So nice and super quiet. Full bucket seat. I see there. And Strangely, the bucket seat doesn't have any rips in this section here. One of the first ones that I've ever seen. You can realign them though, if they do. Okay, drift spec steering wheel, and I'm not kidding, take a look. D1 spec. And in good shape too. Okay, sexy shift knob. Lots of missing stuff in there. That stick thing is an exhaust valve. Right now it's in quiet exhaust. It does get even noisier than this, so you can cut out the rear muffler if you want. And then that's a boost controller, but it's not actually connected to anything. That is funny. It's, I believe, a Sylvia's AC unit there. But this isn't a Sylvia. The Skyline one is missing. And that gauge isn't connected. And it looks like none of those gauges are connected either. And I don't know what that fourth one is. Looks like some sort of a sensor. Okay, mechanically, it's great. The car drives really well. Steering is nice. Clutch is good. The clutch is really, really strong, but manageable. It seems like it's a twin plate. Okay, all the doors are really stiff. Urgh, you need muscles to open them. Okay, and you can hear that fuel pump, so higher capacity fuel pump than the stock one. Interior has kind of some issues. Looks like the vehicle needs to be cleaned really badly. If you take a look here, super dirty. And no spoiler on the back. I actually like the look of these without a spoiler. Open. No liner in the back. Comes with magazines. One time I bought a Land Cruiser, same style as that one there, and the back was full of adult magazines. It was actually kind of funny. I don't think that these ones are adult magazines. There's a girl in a towel, but that says risque as it gets. How about this one? Ah, girl cut her knee. Okay, typical Japanese manga. So no liner in the back here. Comes with something in a bag. It's really heavy. Feels like a drive shaft. Steering wheel that's all moldy and gross, but no corrosion in and around here. The body of this one seems to be quite good compared to a lot of them. No signs of rust. Trunk doesn't quite close properly. Might be due to accident, or could be just that the car's a little bit funny. Okay, so we're just going to go and see here. You can kind of see the paint color a little bit at this angle, because what you're getting is some light reflecting off of the building over there, coming onto the car and lighting it up a bit there. But yeah, overall the car has some things that need to be worked out, but a lot of people who are looking for drift cars are looking for something exactly like this. And so certainly a type of car that gets people's attention, and the fact that it's mechanically sound and runs well, drives well, is a nice thing. Close the door there, and that'll be the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure that you post comments if you like to post comments, and press the like button if you like to press the like button. And if you have questions about importing your own car, check out our website. The link to that is in the description. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice day.